Just a network update from AT&T and T-Mobile out of Abilene, Texas. So I wanted to run a speed test. So as I told you guys in the video yesterday, the 5G story for T-Mobile, not as good in these parts. So Abilene is definitely not a part of the top 100 markets. It falls outside of that. We are about, I would say, 2.5 hours from the next biggest PEA, which is Dallas, Texas. And not a lot of 5G in these parts at all. It's mostly LTE. About 95% of this area is LTE. And as you can see, speeds are lackluster. Ping times aren't that great. And I've tested it all over. Abilene is not that big if you're familiar with the area. Quite small. AT&T actually surprised, very dense in these parts. Very dense. They have a lot of sites. They must have high market share. I just think that kind of ties into them being a big carrier in Texas. They have the best network size across Texas. And the fact that Dallas is about 2.5 hours away from here, I think all the smaller markets between here and there are likely big on AT&T in terms of market share. So again, like I mentioned, the network's solid at best. AT&T a little better here. They're more dense. Again, not a lot of 5G for T-Mobile. This is Nokia territory, so ping times aren't that great. And speeds have been lackluster. Now, from a day-to-day experience, I think it's still fine. I haven't had any issues loading anything or making calls, so I didn't have those issues. But I do notice the difference in network from a big PEA such as El Paso versus here. I mean, networking much better in bigger markets. So let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you have experienced that. As you can see, the test just failed. So again, it's not that great in the smaller markets that fall outside of the top 100. AT&T better here, more consistent. Many more macros. They have a lot more macros than even Verizon. I didn't take Verizon on this trip, but AT&T seems to be dominant in this area. Not necessarily the fastest peak speeds, but it just works. They have a lot of macros, a lot of sites. I saw some C-RAN as well. So it just works. T-Mobile, as I mentioned, the 5G story is cool, but they don't have it in these parts. So let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about it. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.